Hello, and welcome back to Raghav TV for yet another video. Premier League striker signings are coming in left, right, and center. Liverpool have signed Darwin Nunez, Manchester City have signed Erling Haaland, and this is the topic we're going to be talking about in this video. So let's get started. Liverpool have signed the 22-year-old Uruguayan striker Darwin Nunez from Benfica for a fee of about 75 million plus 25 million in add-ons, so about 100 million. And I think this means that Mane is going to be leaving Liverpool. So this is perfectly like a replacement signing for Mane. Not exactly. But you have Luis Diaz for your left wing, you have Salah on the right, so you bring in a proper striker like Darwin Nunez, 22-year-old, and he's been performing very well this season, even in the Champions League for Benfica. And this is like the first proper striker signing that Liverpool are making this season, especially after Solanke in 2017. So it's like 5 years ago. So this is the first proper striker signing that Liverpool are making. Diego Jota is not a striker, he's still a winger, but Liverpool have used him in the centre forward role. But my point being that 5 years, this is the first signing as a striker that Liverpool have made, and it's a very good signing. But on the contrary, with Manchester City making the Haaland signing, this signing looks a bit bleak than the Manchester City signing. So we'll talk about Haaland as well, but his stats are very impressive. Darwin Nunez, 52 goals, 17 assists in his 104 appearances so far. So it's basically like a goal in every 2 games, exactly like a 0.5 goal per game ratio, and he's a very aggressive and physical striker, a typical Uruguayan striker. He gives me like Cavani vibes, seriously. The way he plays and the aggression with which he plays, he just reminds me of Edison Cavani, and that's the signing that Liverpool have made. But on the other side, Manchester City have done an absolutely bargain of a deal. They've stolen the show with Erling Haaland, who is tempted to be signing for about 200 million euros like a transfer window before, but right now he has signed with Manchester City for about 51 or 60 million euros plus add-ons. That is an absolute bargain for Manchester City. So the only missing piece in Pep Guardiola's Manchester City was a striker. They go ahead, sign the 21-year-old Norwegian robot from Borussia Dortmund. And it's, typically the signing that Manchester City needed, because every other position is kind of sorted out. The only position they've been struggling was the striker position since Aguero has left. Perfect replacement. And he's got like 98 goals plus 25 assists in his 138 appearances. It's like a 0.77 goal per game ratio, which is statistically very good, and about like in the top 1% in the current footballing world. And Haaland is Haaland, man. He's like the next big superstar out there alongside Mbappe, but Mbappe's stocks have gone down massively since he re-signed with PSG. So that's another thing. And this is a rivalry for the Premier League to come upon season upon season. This rivalry is going to build up, but is it actually a rivalry is something we need to look at. So if you look at the statistics of both these players, so you have Darwin Nunez in the red and you have Erling Haaland in the green. So if you look at the diagram, Haaland is statistically way more superior than Darwin Nunez. Expected assists, passes into opposition box, fast breaks, final passes percentage, possession won, final third percentage, through balls attempted, duels won, fouls won, conversion rate, shots attempted. The only place where they are both similar is the touches in the opposition box, and Darwin Nunez has a slight edge over Haaland in non-penalty expected goals. Other than that, if you see, Haaland is way more superior statistically than Darwin Nunez. But if you look at the past season, Erling Haaland has had his injury problems this last season, and Darwin Nunez really has come into light this season. And I'm being totally honest, this is the only season that I've watched of Darwin Nunez play. I'm at Benfica, and that too not much, only in the Champions League. And he ripped apart our defenses in those games, man. I remember our loss to Benfica in the group stages. I mean, he just shredded apart our defense. So there's still room for debate, but obviously the clear choice here is Erling Braut Haaland, and he's clearly way more superior than Darwin Nunez. But can they both bring up a rivalry in the upcoming days? So let's see, hopefully. And rumors are now coming up that Tottenham Hotspur have completed the signing of Yves Bissouma from Brighton. What a steal for Tottenham, especially Bissouma. I mean, he's a very good midfielder, Premier League proven, and 25 million, 1 year left on the contract, and an absolute steal. So Tottenham are moving mad. They've signed Ivan Perisic already. They've signed Fran Foster on loan. He's on a free transfer, my bad. And now they're looking, almost done with the signing of Yves Bissouma. So it's pretty much done and dusted. He's a very good player. Would have loved to seen him at Arsenal as a, Partey and Bissouma rotation, but it is what it is. And last but not the least, Real Madrid have completed the signing of Tchoumeni from Monaco. 100 million euros for the French midfielder, and they've pretty much sorted out their midfield for the upcoming years, is what a lot of fans have been saying. Like, you have Camavinga, you have Valverde, you have Tchoumeni, you have three midfielders. But my argument here is going to be that who amongst them is going to be creative? In the current midfield, you have Casemiro, Modric, Kroos. You have Modric, who's absolutely magical on the field. You have Kroos, who can be creative with his passes as well. Then you have your hardworking midfielder in Casemiro. In these three of Camavinga, Tchoumeni and Fede Valverde, all three are hardworking, tenacious midfielders. I don't see creativity in that midfield. So they still need another midfielder who can offer that Modric replacement for them, man to man, especially in terms of that creativity as well. And so Real Madrid successfully signed Tchoumeni with 100 million euros. People are saying that Madrid ruining football and all this thing. They haven't signed a player in Lord knows how long ago they signed their last player. So they've been saving up money for quite some time. And Mbappe deal didn't go through, so they still had a lot of money left. So that was pretty much it. So that wraps up today's transfer episode. So if you like the video, do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Do hit the bell icon as well. and see you all until the next video.